All right, Nick, you ready? Now let's roll next.
All right, Judge, first is page 1, Alaman, George, come on up. Wow.
Coming up, sir. You were George Alaman.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 5th, 2025, at approximately 1:10 p.m., the officer observed a vehicle failed to signal a lane change and initiated a traffic stop. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and the officer asked the defendant if he had anything on his person or in his vehicle. The defendant admitted to having 1 gram of marijuana in his left pocket. The officer then felt a bag in the defendant's pocket and observed a green leafy substance known from training experience to marijuana with a weight of 1.1 grams.
All right, Mr. Alaman, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Have you run his license?
I'll run it, Your Honor.
Please. You're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you
Yes, sir.
understand? If you don't have either, you're not allowed to drive.
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for an appointed lawyer?
I'll apply for one.
It's not eligible, Your Honor.
You're not allowed to drive.
No.
Don't drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 kittens. Don't drive.
Yes, sir, Your
Want to
Honor.
drive? Go get a license, get liability insurance, and then I'll happily take this off.
Yes, sir.
You drive, I'm going to lose it.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right, Deputy Echegoyen is going to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I'm going to see whether you qualify. If you do, I'm going to give you a lawyer today, but don't drive. I don't
Sir.
care what you got to do. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, come on.
All right, Judge, next is page 2, Armstrong, come on up.
Hi.
I'm dismissing it because we have no body cam video, nothing's coming in.
Say it again.
I'm dismissing that case.
Alaman's case? Oh, hold on. Ma'am, scoot over just a little bit. Mr. Alaman, come back up. So tell me again, what's going on?
So I'm filing a dismissal. We don't have body cam or dash cam on anything. They got deleted somehow. I don't
We're
understand.
going to dismiss your case today. Today's your very, very lucky day. It's 1 in a million. Don't drive.
Yes, sir, Your
Want
Honor.
to do things the right way, and good things will happen for you. I'm
Yes, sir, Your
telling
Honor.
you, lightning doesn't strike twice.
Oh, yes, sir. I understand.
Way to go, man. Come on up, man. And you were, is it Eris? Eris Armstrong. Miss Armstrong, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing, thank you so much, Deanna. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On February 6th, 2025, the officer observed a vehicle on Katy Freeway failing to maintain a single lane and swerving into adjacent lanes. The officer paced the vehicle at 72 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone. And while pacing the officer, the vehicle continued to fail to maintain a single lane and fluctuate between speeds of 68 miles per hour and 74 miles per hour. A traffic stop was then initiated, and the officer made contact with the defendant, observing a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant stated she dropped her phone, and that's why she was swerving. And she further stated that she was coming from a bar and admitted to consuming 2 shots of tequila. Standard field sobrieties were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, 1 leg stand 2 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and considered a breath. The results were 0.145 and 0.156.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am? Can you run the license, see if she has a valid license?
She's eligible, Your Honor.
All right. As long as you have a valid license and liability insurance in your name, you may continue to drive. Just be careful. For now, I'm going to have you get a Victoria, sign a reset. Have you get with Fleischer for bond conditions, and then we'll just have you wait. Okay, ma'am? Please.
All right, Judge, next is.
Wait, did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
I have a lawyer. She should be here any second.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Val, is that the last one? Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll just have you wait for your lawyer. I didn't realize that you had one. Okay, thanks.
Okay, let me get you the sign and reset and then we'll wait for it to finish. All right, Judge, next is page 20. Staff, come on up.
You were Ms. Self? Ma'am, you charged of driving while your license is suspended. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Just don't say anything at this point. You have the right to remain silent. I don't want you to say something that hurts your case, okay?
Yes, Judge. On February 5th, 2025, the officer clocked the defendant traveling 45 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone on Northgate Crossing Boulevard. The traffic stop was then initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant handed the officer an expired Texas driver's license found to be not eligible, and the defendant admitted to not having financial responsibility or insurance for the vehicle due to past traffic fines not being paid. The defendant further stated she did not have coverage for the vehicle because she knew the driver's license was expired and that she owed fines.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. So can you run it now? Make
Yes,
sure
Judge.
that it's suspended.
It's not eligible, Your Honor.
Ms. Self, I'm ordering you not to drive. This is a condition of your bond. I don't care what your excuse is. You cannot justify getting into a car. I don't care if there's a medical emergency. If you don't have a license and you don't have insurance in your name, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. It's an offense in and of itself.
Expired or suspended?
That's something that you're going to have to find out. It is your responsibility to go to DPS and find out, hey, what do I need to do? I can give you the phone number, but it's your responsibility to call them and figure out what you need to do to get it back. This is the number to the driver's license division to DPS. When you call them, you must call them at 7 in the morning. Do not call at 8:01, 9:30, because you'll never get through the phone lines. You have to call right when the phone lines open up, which is at 7 in the morning. You'll get through and you need to ask them what you need to do. You need a lawyer for this case. Would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay. I already have it on file, so we don't need to do it on. All right, I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. I'm gonna get you to Victoria to sign a reset. I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while I find your lawyer, okay? Please.
Teresa. That was the last arraignment for now, Judge.
Got it. Okay, hi, you ready? Hi,
Jesse Herrera?
Guerrera? Oh, Herrera with an
Herrera
H,
with-
okay?
We just got approval this morning to allow him to enter into the D.W.I PTI program. But they mentioned that because his license is suspended right now, he would have to do the portable and the non-driving affidavit. However, I just told him as well that his license will be eligible to be reinstated. It's only suspended until March 3rd. So they said that they could amend it once his license
Yeah, but I mean, your
reinstated.
case is 250 days old now.
Judge, this was the one, Judge, that we were the reason why the delay was because we didn't have the accident report from the officer and we were having issues with that and we just got that maybe 2 settings ago, Judge. And so then once we got that, I submitted everything to them. So that was the issue with this one,
I
Judge.
get it. That's another 2 weeks. So, I mean, he can be in the program, doing the things, getting everything ready, and then we can switch it off. But
Okay.
I mean, we need to get, I don't want to just wait another 2 weeks just to wait, and then he's got to do all this other stuff, and then we're going to end up at 350 days.
We have the T-RAS and everything and he's made the payment. The only thing we're waiting on was the contract and then we would have to get the interlock device installed. So at this point, Judge, would you prefer, because I don't have the contract, I was gonna resend it because I think they forgot the attachment when they replied this morning. So I don't have
So
the
can, no.
application.
You email Brenda Gomez right now and say, hey, man, where's the contract?
Because right now, oh yeah, but
And-
that was saying she was gonna resend it once the driver's license had been verified, but we can tell her that. Counsel, are you just going forward with the no driving affidavit?
I mean, we can, Judge, if that's what you prefer, because I mean, I don't have the, okay.
Now, just to get this person in, and then once they get the license, because you may not even get the license in March. It may take another 6 weeks just to even get it from DPS.
Well, because I know it was suspended with the ALR.
I know, but then you gotta
So-
pay the reinstatement fee, then it takes another couple weeks for the reinstatement fee to hit, and then you're gonna take another 6 weeks to get the license back, so that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
There's always another barrier here, there, so we're gonna end up in 2 weeks, there's gonna be something else to reset, so when,
With that said, then Judge, because, well, they'll have to give us the contract, we'll have to get notarized, and then he'll have to get the payment and have to get the portable device before I can send it back to them then? So we just do a regular reset to get that time?
no, I'm not gonna do a 30-day reset for all that to get.
That's why I
Let's
was
do,
asking.
like, let's do 1 to 2 weeks,
Okay.
because, they're gonna get you the contract today,
Right.
all right?
And then he'll have to do.
And then all he has to do is get the interlock. I can give you a no driving affidavit now. You can get it done, get it on file now, so that the only thing that you need to do for them to file the supervision order is just get the interlock or the portable
I was
device.
gonna say, he'll have to get the portable in the interim, and then once everything gets
Once,
reinstated, we can amend
then
it.
switch it, and then, but at least he might be a month in to get all this stuff done by the time he actually gets his license and with the insurance and all that to be able to drive, right? So
Perfect.
there's no sense in delaying,
Okay.
right?
And that's what I was doing. I didn't know how long, because I know
So
last
let's,
time.
let's set it 1 to 2 weeks for them to get the contract, get the portable device. Okay, and then when he's ready, we'll switch it out.
I'll let I just come back to you, Judge, when he's ready at that point, and then we'll do all the amended and
You
everything
come
else.
here and then Fleischer will give you the order or whatnot. And then, yeah.
But I need it.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. Hi.
Judge, I'm approaching on Jason Booker. D.W.I. is an older case.
Is, custody or bond?
Mr. Booker also has a case pending in Del Rio, which has been held up. He is entering into the PTR program there, but we haven't signed the paperwork in Del Rio. I have only just received body cams and notification that there is no station video available, so I have not applied for PTI in Harris County.
Can you be in 2 PTIs in 2 different counties?
Judge, I don't know, I took the defense attorney, I would ask, I feel like Nathan would have, and I'm gonna ask Ashley to see how she feels
Okay,
about it.
I'm not doing long resets. Your case is 200 days old. I mean, it seems like every case now we have is 200 plus days. It's ridiculous. No way. So I'll set you just a couple days. I mean, it shouldn't take long just to get an answer.
Judge, I'm sorry. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's
But
been
I-
months trying to get an answer.
To do what?
To get an answer on what's going on in Del Rio. It has been an absolute pulling teeth for me.
But I'm not gonna wait any
I
longer for Del Rio.
understand.
It doesn't, I mean, it shouldn't have to play in what we're gonna do. We need to do what we're gonna do. It's 200 days old. We need to figure out what we're gonna do. So let's roll it to Monday, reach out to Judge, and see, hey, this is something that's possible. If so, what do you need? It's probably gonna need a mitigation packet. So
I prepared a mitigation packet.
Got it ready?
I sent it to Chief Siegler and I never heard anything back. So
So let's roll it to Monday, reach out to them, and then if no, what are we gonna do?
I've asked if they would consider 2 PTIs. I don't know that they would run in tandem. If they won't, I'll have to set this case for trial. He'll lose the trial.
Okay, so let's roll it to Monday, figure it out. If not, we'll set it for trial on Monday.
Okay, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You got it?
Judge, can it be Tuesday? I'm out of town on Monday.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Pushing on Laya, Laya. I just want to eval with my guy, what the, is really more time served, but.
It's 208 days old, man. I mean, got to figure out what we're gonna do.
Okay, no, just get a little bit of time to.
You guys were set to eval it in December. 123 time served to consider, speak with immigration lawyer. That was 123. Today's the day that he's has to decide what we need to do. You know, we've literally since evaled it since December.
Okay, I know that we've been
So
going back and forth in terms of scheduling a time for him to come in.
well, that's
like 2
on
weeks
him.
or
If he's
something?
not gonna, I'll give you a week, Marcos. We've already since December given everyone.
I get it.
You know, I got to put a time limit. I can't just,
Okay,
so 1 week.
sounds good.
Are you considering the PTI?
Leaning more towards the time served, so
Okay.
that's why, you know,
They come back on, if you come back on Monday and he wants the PTI, then I'm gonna
Right,
fast
no, I
track the
know.
hell out of it.
I know, I get it,
Okay,
I know.
so we'll see on Monday. Let me know.
Oh, 1 week or? A week?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
That's, at the next setting is clear trial.
Sure.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Okay, I have two, but the first one is Joshua Hunt. He was set, I'll give you a second.
Okay,
He was set with bond forfeiture because he was in a facility in Conroe. He's currently here now.
okay, so we need to do bond conditions on it.
Correct, and then he also has signed already his mental health PTI, so he's ready to go ahead and get screened. So today is just for bond conditions and then we set.
Joshua Hunt, come up. Good morning, Mr. Hunt. You're charged, can you spit the gum out? You're smacking it like a,
Yes, sir.
you were charged with assault of a family member. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The complainant is the defendant's mother. On January 3rd, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a family violence call and met with the complainant, who stated that she was discussing a prior incident with the defendant when he became irate and punched the complainant 3 times, causing pain. The officer then spoke with him.
She hit me first.
Just trying to, Mr. Hunt, we're just trying to figure out what's going on. That's it.
And Judge, the officers then spoke with a witness who observed the incident and physically restrained the defendant.
So you have an agreement to do the PTI program, right?
Mental health diversion.
All he has to do is just go get evaluated. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hunt, you've been given a great offer now where all you have to do is get evaluated. If you do that, they're going to dismiss your case.
Yes, Lord. It's not fair, Lord.
All they want you to do is speak to someone and they're going to dismiss your case. Is that not fair?
That's fine.
Do we know, have you reached out to the complaining witness to see, is he currently living with complaining witness? Do you know?
Let me see. I'll read the RIP notes, Your Honor. So we don't, I guess we didn't ask whether they live together, but the complainant did tell us that she's fine with no threatening or harassing, as she wants to be in contact with him.
Is he living with mom now?
Okay, sorry. Is the complaining witness his mom?
The mother.
Okay, yes, the mom. He is, but she's very involved in getting him his treatment and providing a stable home for him. So we would ask that it would be no threatening or harassing as well.
Mr. Hunt, the only thing I'm going to ask you is please do not have any threatening or harassing contact with your mother. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, be honest.
Your Honor, respectfully, we would request that we wait till our DVD prosecutor gets here just to see what his opinions are on what the bond condition could be, and we can email him immediately to get him in here.
Has he done the rip?
He did the rip, but we don't know if he has any concerns based on his conversation with her, because we don't know what his impressions were.
And Judge, if he was able, if he doesn't have any contact with his mom, he would have nowhere to go. So
No, I'm saying if there's any further things that he'd like to.
Getting the girl I want to, this people don't understand. That's why they worried about me and I got mental health issues, supposedly. And I don't be hearing shit people talk to me, so. Yes, ma'am.
we could talk.
Mr. Hunt, we want to help you. That's all we want to do. No one's here to try to hurt you at all. All we want to do is make sure that nothing happens where you're going to end up going back to jail. That's all we want. So just don't have any weapons, no threatening, harassing with mom, and that's it. So we're going to have you just take a seat real quick. We'll have you sign the conditions and then you guys are good to go. Okay. So I'm not going to reset it yet just to see if they have anything else that they would like to add for now. And
Okay.
then we'll.
And then Judge, I'm also here on Miss Armstrong. I'm Jeffrey Bell's associate. And she's given me permission to get a reset on her, so I just wanted to see if there's anything else supposed to do.
Can you file those conditions on Hunt?
There are pretrial conditions for those exact ones that you ordered already in place, if you would like to keep those.
Hunt?
Yes.
The no threatening, no harassing, and no weapons? Yeah, we'll just keep it then.
Okay, that's what I was letting Alex know.
They have those in place.
Okay, so we could just get a
Yeah,
reset.
he didn't need to sign anything.
Okay, sounds good. And sorry, about Miss Armstrong, she already appeared. I'm her attorney's associate, and she gave me permission to just come and collect her.
Oh,
She-
yeah,
She
okay.
stopped by, so if I could just get a reset. Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
And she comes to you. Okay, come on. Thank you,
I
Judge.
don't know if she signed, have you signed conditions with Armstrong?
After the reset.
Okay. Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Oh, is it a rating?
Yeah, that's it.
That or the sign of the.
Okay, Mr. Ely.
I have Daniel Portillo. He is here and he may need bond condition.
How's April? This one. This
Wow, he made a surety bond on all those cases. Come up, Mr. Portillo. I'm ready to set these for trial. It's 250 days. He's got 5 open cases and they're very serious. What conditions, do you know what the felony court?
I have it pulled up.
Okay, Felicia, this is Mr. Portillo.
Yes, Judge, let me pull up.
What felony conditions do we have, please? Bless you.
Can't go within 200 feet of the 7015 Foray Road, no contact with Jose Cantu and Teresa Portillo Cantu. Broken alcohol testing, travel restricted to remain in Harris County and contiguous counties, no firearms, no.
Do you have a leg monitor on right now?
No, sir.
I'm putting one on you now and I'm giving you a curfew. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I don't want you to have any weapons and I'm gonna have you sign an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not gonna have any weapons. You have with us a disorderly conduct, a discharging a firearm. You have 2 felony assaults, a burglary of habitation, and now you picked up a failure to ID as a fugitive from justice. Your cases are 250 days old and it's now time to set these for trial. Do you have an offer on these cases?
I'll look, Your Honor. So
There's not.
there's not, Your Honor.
Counsel, what
I need you to put one on today. It's 250 days.
Counsel, what
Yes,
bond
Judge.
conditions were you referring to? I don't see if there are any bond conditions. in place for that. And are you looking at the motion for bond conditions or the file bond conditions? Because I currently don't see it.
It's 1875107.
Okay.
Order for pretrial.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Judge, so you would like to match and add a GPS today?
Yeah, and I want to put a curfew,
Yes, Judge.
7 PM to 7 AM.
Or he is working in construction from 7 to 5, so.
I'm ready to put these babies to bed. I'm not dealing, I mean, it's just way too much drama for me. Mr. Portillo, we have way too many, so I'd like you to put an offer today.
Yes, Judge.
I want you to speak with your lawyer to see if that's something that you guys, if not, I'm setting your cases for trial today. Do you understand? Take a seat for me, sir.
Judge, would you like to remain in Harris County as well? Yeah.
I have quite a bit of history with Mr. Portillo, not only with the 5 open cases, with other priors that we have had with him. And, so let's see, can you put an offer on the cases? Let's see what you guys want to do and then come back and just let me know.
Okay.
Please.
Armstrong?
Yeah. And I just got discovery today on a new one, so
250 days.
Well, the
you
new one
just
is,
got
the new one
discovered.
is from December. I mean, there's everybody else. Everybody else. Oh, yeah. Except for him.
So, first off, I have.
So the only 2 court justices.
Yeah.
They all started at
Okay, I'll give you one reset.
Okay.
I didn't realize that the case is from December. I was looking at the first one where it's from 2023. So,
I was appointed December 19th, so I mean, this is really.
okay, I'll give you a setting.
Okay.
Just way too much drama for me and just too much. And it's time for,
He does have, I think, felony on March 12th, so could I do it maybe after that to see, and then if it's done
at
resolved.
that setting, when we come back. I mean, is discovery complete on the failure to ID?
On the fellow ID? Let me see, Your Honor.
I don't know. I mean, I just talked about.
Yes, Judge. Discovery is complete on the fellow ID.
Okay.
It looks like there's just 2 videos that need to be shared to you, and we can share those right now.
I mean, are these it?
Because there's also these 2 that just popped up.
Okay,
So yeah,
okay.
we'll make sure those are shared too.
Mr. Portillo, come up. This is an affidavit that you're going to swear to me today that you're not going to have any possession of any weapons whatsoever for any reasons. If I find that you have a weapon, I can have a contempt hearing, and every time it's punishable by up to 6 months of jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand? I will do everything in my power to protect my county at all costs. Do you understand? I'm giving you 30 days. It is your responsibility between now and then to meet with Mr. Elect. When you come back, you must either accept the plea bargain agreement or your case will immediately be set for trial. You understand? Come on. Okay, you got it. Hi. Just this. Well, no, he's got bond conditions with Fleischer. Yeah.
30 days.
30 days and then clear trial. Okay. I'm sorry to keep you
Morning,
waiting.
guys. I have Mr. Jose Borrego here. We are, he has a cell family member.
Shh. Is this Mr. Borrego?
Yes, correct. And we're asking the court to change or lift the protective order. This is an alleged incident that happened in August of last year. Since then, he and the complaining witness have been co-parenting. She is here right now. It has been very difficult to co-parent because of this protective order in place that they're trying to abide by. He's having to get hotel rooms so that he can have a place to stay. It's difficult with work. Also, she needs help with the child, and this protective order just has been difficult.
If there's a protective order and they're not supposed to be together and they're here together, that's not a good.
They did not come together.
So I don't know anything about your cases. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. All I know is that you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We will do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The complainant and the defendant are dating. And on August 23rd, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a family assault, and the complainant stated a verbal altercation began while she was in the car. The complainant exited the vehicle with her child, ran towards the home, and the defendant ran after her. The defendant took the baby and put the baby in the car. The defendant then grabbed the complainant's phone and smashed it to the ground. The complainant stated they got back in the car, and the defendant stated he was trying to drive into a box truck to kill them. The complainant grabbed the wheel to stop the defendant, and he bit her left forearm. The defendant began punching her in the face with a closed fist approximately 2 to 3 times. The defendant then stopped at the gas station, dropped the complainant and the child off, and left. The officer observed the complainant had visible injuries to her left forearm, consistent with a bite mark, scratches to her face, and bruising on the left portion of her upper right arm.
Guys, I guess, do you want to go do the rip?
Your Honor, we could reach out to our DVD prosecutor.
CW's here.
Yes, Judge, it's also.
That was-
Yes, Judge. So we would need to reach out to the DVD prosecutor to allow him to perform the writ.
Okay, let's do this. The first thing, I want to know what she says, you know,
Okay,
on her wishes.
of course,
I don't
Judge.
know what her feelings are.
I spoke with her, Judge, and she is in the position, she does not want to go forward with the charges. She wants Mr. Borrego to be in her child's life. Because of this protective order, it's been extremely difficult to co-parent. I spoke with her. I will let the prosecutor speak with her alone.
Is that his biological child?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Mr. Borrego, take a seat for me in the jury box while we get everything done. And then let me wait for the DVD to get here, and then we'll get the rip done, and then we'll talk.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Judge, you want to do no threatening or harassing contact or do no contact?
No contact.
The felony has no threatening, harassing, but we can do no contact.
Wait, hold on a second. No, because ours is just a failed ID and the discharging a firearm, so no weapons, curfew. Let me see something.
The felony has a.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we have a complaining witness in our case, so there's really no complaining witness, right? Those are all in the felony cases. So, let me see. Yes, all right, so there is a complaining witness in our case. It is, I mean, you should pull up the Tubi.
I can pull it up.
That's the complaining witness, no contact, no alcohol, random testing, no drugs, no weapons, and the curfew 7-7. ELM waived the fee piece.
God damn it.
Are you ready?
Judge, if I could reapproach on Mr. Booker, we have been able to ascertain we should have an answer on February 20th. So if I could have a 10-day reset instead of a 4-day reset, could we come back on the 21st?
I'll give it to you, but it's clear trial on that day.
I understand, Judge, but at least then we'll know what's happening in Del Rio and be able to have an open conversation. with
Roughly,
the
it's
state.
plea or trial on that day.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you.
you got it. Greg,
So, yes. Any day after February 20th. Start the 21st is fine.
Hey, Judge, how are you?
Bud, how are you, man?
I'm good. I got Vanessa Gonzalez on docket today.
Okay,
They gave me a new body cam yesterday. It's like 12 minutes long. I watched it. I don't think there's a wreck on it yet.
you don't think it's the right what?
But there's not a wreck on it, I don't think.
Okay, can you
This is
put,
the offer.
can you put one on?
We can, yes, Judge.
Okay, they're gonna put one on.
Okay.
So you just want a normal reset?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna reject it, but. yeah.
Okay, but it's 160 days, so by the next time, she gotta be here though, Greg.
Yeah, that's fine. Require appearance. I'm fine with that. That way we can kind of see where we're going.
For Booker, is that a required appearance or
Yeah.
waived?
Yeah, it's an old case. Okay,
Okay, do we know the date yet, Judge? Or,
Who is it, Jen?
Bottom of page 8. Just a normal reset must appear at the next setting. Discovery is complete, right?
So double checking, Your Honor. It looks like we're still missing the RIP on this one. Yes, Judge. We attempted it and we're still unable to get a hold of the complaint.
Send it to the investigator.
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge.
A regular reset brings them out to March 18th through the 20th.
March 18th through the 20th, Greg.
19th or 20th is fine with me.
19th.
19th it is.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Is that it?
That's it. Y'all have a good day. Good weekend.
You too, man. Take care. You ready? Chisholm, I'll hit you up next.
Judge, this is an approach on Rodrigo Hernandez.
Custody or on bond?
I'm sorry?
On custody or on bond?
Judge, the last time I came, in January, the doctor, he's in the hospital, Judge. He has a cerebral edema and a meningoencephalitis.
You have proof?
Yeah, here's from, St. Luke's Health. And this is a photo of him. It's pretty gory. I don't know if you want to look at it.
Yeah. I'm now desensitized because of the TVs, you know? Oh, but this is the one that we had before, though.
Yeah, so now he's out of ICU, but his family's saying that he may never fully recover. Is it infected?
Something, what happened?
It infected his brain and it's like not all.
Did you say he had encephalitis? Is that what it is?
Something encephalitis, meningitis encephalitis.
I think that's like a brain swelling.
Is it like a bug or virus that's like eating away in there?
I don't know if it's eating, but there's a, hold on, let's look it up. Hold on. An inflammation of both the brain, which is encephalitis, and the membranes covering the brain. It requires prompt diagnosis and treatment. The outlook for this depends on the underlying cause, severity of the infection, timeliness of treatment. With prompt diagnosis and treatment, they can fully recover. However, some people may experience long-term complications as cognitive problems, hearing loss, or.
And I think that's where he's at, according to the family.
When have you last talked to the family?
My staff is in regular contact with his mother, his family. And so they're keeping us updated. They moved him from the ICU. He's out of ICU, but now he's in a different facility.
I guess I'll set it off a couple weeks. Can you find out to see when he's going to be discharged for the next setting? Well, we'll set you off 2 weeks and hopefully he'd be discharged by that setting.
I don't know if he's ever going to be able to like fully cognitively understand what's going on anymore.
I mean, if you can get proof of that, get it to the DAs.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
And then maybe it'll work itself out. I don't know, but I'm sure that if you could get some kind of proof that he has now a lifelong to where it's affected his ability to do if he's become, quote unquote, like a vegetable of some sort, get it to the DAs and we'll see what happens.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. Daniel. Chisholm.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Judge?
Hey, man, what's up?
Yes, I have Jonathan Paul Coleman on your fugitive warrant docket.
I don't have prosecutors here.
Okay, well, I told her I would jump on at 10, so I could wait. I'll just stand by until they get here.
Does he have an open case upstairs too?
Yes, he has an open unauthorized use of a motor vehicle case.
Are you representing him up there?
Yeah, I will be representing him up there. So I haven't filed on it yet, but I have been hired. Yes, that's correct.
You have been or you have not been?
I have been hired, but I hadn't signed on yet.
Got it. It looks like, so at this point, I don't think that there's anything that we can do. All we're doing is we're tracking felony because he's not made bond on that case upstairs. So
Okay.
basically, we are in a holding pattern until he either makes bond or the case resolves upstairs.
Okay, let me get with his family because they keep coming back to me telling me that you need to set a bond on the unauthorized, on the fugitive warrant case before they make bond. He's called like 3 or 4 bonding companies, and they've all given him the same word. But I will
Saying that they
follow
won't
back.
post it, they won't post it because of the fugitive case?
Yes, they won't post it because of the fugitive case.
It's weird because I've had bonding companies that won't, and then I have bonding companies that do. I don't know. I just, there's never any rhyme or reason. I have no idea why some won't take it, you know?
Okay, so let me get back with them and let them know to go ahead and try to post bond on that today. Can we roll this until tomorrow?
Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second, David.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Did you think it's recently?
Hey, it's David Fleischer. I have Attorney Daniel Chisholm here on a Jonathan Paul Coleman fugitive case. Are you coming up today?
Is that already got it? I want to make sure before I say away.
No, I don't see her here.
Okay.
I'll print it out again.
No, you're good. He said he had it. I just.
So-
Let me go check it out.
Well, hold on. Just so real quick, Mr. Coleman has not made bond. Felony case is set for March 11. And usually we just track these cases, and that's what I'm telling Daniel. What he's saying is that the family's gonna go try to post bond on that case, and he wants to roll it till tomorrow. What do you think?
Well, I thought it was rolled over for today for argument. You mean rolled over to tomorrow for the felony or our case?
No, he wants to roll it, I guess, to tomorrow to see if the family can go post the bond to trigger the 15 days.
But I
Or
thought that's what
14
he was
days.
doing. I thought he was doing it already. Well, that's assuming that he gets a bond in this case,
Right.
which I'm against.
Well, no. Oh, right. Oh, I guess he still have to wait for the 15 days.
Right.
Daniel, do you just want to wait and then we can talk when they get here?
Sure, no problem. And I'm gonna reach out to the father and to see if he can go try to post that bond. I know that he's done it several times to several bondsmen, and he keep running to the same roadblock that
They won't-
this particular case don't have a bond.
The bonding companies will not take it because of the fugitive case.
Right. And I explained it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give me a moment. I'll figure out if Amy's there. I'll come up.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
And you know, the thing is, Daniel, is I don't remember this case, so I don't know if I would give him a bond, you know?
No problem, Judge.
I can't remember if we talked about this or not.
No, we have not. We have not
Okay.
spoken about it in detail. I know he was on the docket on the 11th, but I was stuck doing something else in another court.
Yeah, no
here.
problem. Oh, here's Amy. Hey.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
All right, so I got Amy here. Daniel.
Hey, Amy, how are you?
I'm good. How are
Good
you?
morning. Very well.
So
Go ahead.
is he here? Do you know?
He is in the holdover, actually, yes.
Do you mind bringing out Mr. Coleman, please?
Judge Fleischer, I do want to mention there are some things that I probably will go into that probably don't need to be on the live stream or
This case?
yeah, just with this case, because
Is it,
that's all right.
is it that sensitive or what?
It's information that shouldn't be disseminated to the public at the end of the day.
Okay.
So what does that mean?
I have no idea.
Once we go off, I'll explain.
Mackenzie,
Yes.
you filed a motion to amend
Yeah.
an information. Did you let defense know?
No, I haven't.
Do you know who it is by chance? Let's see.
Not involving with file.
Oh, it's Mr. Doyle. They just filed a motion to amend in your case, just to give you a heads up.
Which case?
On Castillo.
Oh, not yet.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Coleman. All right, sir, you are, just so you know, you're not here alone. Your lawyer is here with you on Zoom. Okay, Mr. Chisholm is here. He's representing on the fugitive case. So don't get into the sensitive material yet. Let's talk about, so your lawyer has asked for me to set you a bond. You want me to set him a bond, Daniel?
That is correct, Your Honor.
I don't know. I don't know anything about you. I've never met you before. So if I set you a bond, I have to get to know you. One of the two main concerns I have, number one, are you a danger to the public? Number two, if I set you a bond, are you actually going to go turn yourself into the demanding jurisdiction? Meaning, are you going to go back to where you're wanted from? I get a lot of people that try to sell me the sun, moon, stars, their cases are like little bunnies jumping in the woods, but when in reality, they're very dangerous people. And they're huge flight risks. So I don't know. Tell me about it.
Yes, Judge. He's wanted from Story County, Iowa for robbery, second degree. There's no bond. We don't have any bond information on that. That warrant was issued in November of 24. Not a month later, he had picked up this UUMV here in Harris County. The basis for this warrant that he's wanted out of Iowa for is that he and some other co-defendants had assaulted an ATM technician to steal money from the ATM. Just on those facts alone, we would be asking for no bond. I do have more information I can go into that would support our no bond, but.
Is this the sensitive information?
Yes.
Okay, so so now what happens is you have two different options. You know, we can wait for the felony offense to play out. If you are able to make bond on the felony case, at that point, you can waive extradition or you can fight extradition. If you waive extradition, once he's made bond, the state, we give Iowa 14 days to come get him. If Iowa does not get him within the 14 days, then he's released from Harris County. But understand, even if you get released, that warrant is always in effect and will remain in effect until you go back to Iowa to take care of that case. So they can literally, if you get released after the 14th day, on the 15th day, they may refile that warrant right again, and you may get rearrested again, and then you're gonna have to do the whole thing over again. So at this point now, if you want to roll it to see if the family's able to make bond, I'm happy to do that, Daniel. Whatever you want to do.
No, Judge, we're gonna see if we can try to find the bondsman out, bond him out on the felony case. And that should trigger, because he's already waived extradition back on December 26th.
Oh, he waived already? Okay, great.
That should trigger Story County to their 14 days to come and try to get him. And if not, then we'll just continue to fight the case that way. But I appreciate you, Judge, and thank you for your consideration.
Look, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Have you experienced where if a bonding company or multiple bonding companies do not want to accept the bond in that felony case, if they go to 49 and post it in its entirety?
I mean, strictly speaking, they can, it's just financially not typical. But I guess there's nothing legally prohibiting them from doing so. It's just not common because of the financial burden of it.
So that's, I think that may be something that's available as well, Daniel, just to, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to give his father all the options that's available to him at this point. I appreciate Your Honor for taking this up and.
Sorry, bud, but it's just too dangerous, man. I can't.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay.
Thanks, Judge.
Right.
May we be excused?
Yes, thanks, Daniel.
All right, bye.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks,
Can we approach?
Ready?
Son Jose Borrego.
You got the red?
Yes. So, I understand that there's some issues in terms of child custody and all that. So what I'm willing to do is agree to no threatening or harassing, but keep the residency restriction because they don't live together. And I don't see a reason to allow him to be back at that residence.
He's currently going to hotels and motels so that he can abide by this protective order. It's been a financial strain on him. He's working, hours have been a little short, so it's just becoming increasingly difficult for him to continue to stay out of the residence, away from his child. So I'm asking that the resident.
My concern is the protection of the
Understood.
complaining witness, you know,
No, Judge,
and
and I will say, I understand that, but given his prior assaultive history, the fact that there's an OR that, you know, allegedly involves another assault after this date, I can't agree to a
I don't, what are you talking about?
He has 2 TDC trips for ag assaults.
Okay, you're saying there's an assault after this assault?
So I have a note that there was some sort of assault involving the same complainant from October. I'm working on getting the offense report to verify
You know
what
about
that
this?
is.
Not aware of that, Judge.
So I.
Come up, Mr. Borrego, come up. I'm not gonna allow a contact if there's a prior assault that you're alleging as well now.
Yes, sir.
95% of the people who are in jail now are there because they have no self-control. They get upset, they wig out, and they do whatever the hell they want to do without thinking, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? The idea that we have these orders in place are so that nothing else happens. The last thing we want is more mayhem and bloodshed on our streets. I mean, every single day, we have someone dying on our streets because of no self-control. They're alleging that there's a prior assault with the same complaining witness. I get it. I know that you say no. I get everybody. What do you think? If I had one strand of hair for every person that said that, I'd have a beautiful head of hair. But I'm here to protect every person in this county at all costs. And they're saying you have this assault now. They're alleging so I don't want any contact. I will let you talk to your lawyer. You guys can hash this out. So hold on. I don't want you to talk here. You guys go out there, take your time. There's no rush. We have a lot of time to work things out. But if I have you charged with assault and they're saying that there's a prior one, it's just not going to happen. I get it. You guys talk, but I don't want you to have contact with this person. Don't. If I find that there's a protective order in place, you have to understand that an assault, you pick up a VPO, a violation of protective order, it's one of the worst cases. We can have a hearing to hold you at no bond when you violate condition on these types of cases. You guys go talk, see what you can do about explaining, but all right, please.
So Judge, as of right now, the state wants to do, we're doing no contact. We're gonna leave the protective order as is. Okay,
I mean, it's,
okay. Thank you, Judge.
all right.
Okay.
Strong. If some time passes and there are no issues and he's alcohol and drug free, then, you know, things can always change. But I gotta know that he's alcohol and drug free, that he's not using, and that there are no issues, and he's truly not having contact with her. And after a while, you know, but, you know. Hey, Sebastian. Well, right, they don't, I mean, I get it. Just, you have to understand, history plays a lot into this. So it's not, there's facts, there's history, there's a lot of things at play. What I was telling her is that, you know, if some time passes and I see that he's alcohol and drug free and there have been no issues, then we can always revisit it. And I'm happy to do that. But I want a cooling off period. I don't want, you know, I get it, but we're now in the most stressful time, you know, and I don't want anything to happen now. I'm trying to keep them away from each other. And I know that she, you know, she may need help, but the last thing I want is more stress is applied and then something happens that he just, you know, so just let him know that if he's alcohol and drug free, some time passes, there are no issues, we can always revisit again. And then, you know, I just want to, you know.
Yeah, and that was, you know, I wanted to see what this other office report says.
Why were no charges?
So that's what I'm trying to figure out, but, you know, there's a history there. We won't complain. I mean, she didn't deny that anything else happened, or we want to do it. And video about it.
What? You talking in the prior one?
No. I'm talking about our video.
This one, okay.
There's no video. I reviewed all that since. There's no video.
You mean,
I mean, we've had all.
you mean like body cam when he goes there, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's something about a garage.
It is one.
Or something like that. I'm not sure what it is.
I reached out there, to bring cameras.
We'll see what you can find regardless. Let him know with time heals all wounds, right? But my main concern also is that he's alcohol and drug free, right? And if I can test him and he's negative on everything, it'll go a long way, right? And that he's working full time so that I know he's being productive. Not just, I mean, let him know. So, I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be months and months on end, but, you know, just show me that you're a good person. Show me that you're trying to better yourself.
I know.
Come up.
No, I'm okay. We want to do like a full release, but I have most of it.
This isn't absolute, but what I have to know is that you're trying to better yourself. You know, my main concern is that I want you to be a productive person. I want you to work. I want you to work full time because if that's your baby needs food, man. Baby needs clothes. They still eat. The baby needs stuff, you know? My other main concern is that you're alcohol and drug free. And if you can show me that you're productive, that you're working full time and that there are no issues, we can always revisit it. It's never absolute, but I want to know, look, I don't want to hurt you anymore, you know, but I want you to be the best person you can be. And when you're in that space, that's when you go back because that's when you're the most helpful. Now, when you're all stressed out and all the shice is here, I don't want something further to happen. That's it. Okay. So look, it's not absolute. Show me that you're a good person. Show me that you're working, you're alcohol, drug free. Come back and we'll talk. All right. Okay. Thanks. Hi, Hugh. Hey.
I have off docket matters, wanted to check on bond conditions. You ready to hear this number? It's,
okay, what is it?
254.
Okay.
5383. And he has the GPS monitor, has a job. He works for Total and is wanting to go from March 3rd to March 10th to Victoria.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I mean, just don't make sure he's not, you know, violating conditions, but I'm okay if they travel.
Okay, with the GPS monitor, I didn't know if you wanted to.
Yes, no.
A curfew or an exclusion zone, so like that's, it's just, or he does have an exclusion zone, so as long as he's not going there.
Yeah, you're cool.
Not gonna be violated for any.
Okay, do you have an offer? What are you doing?
We don't have an offer yet.
There's no offer at
It's a
this time.
newer, it's
Alex, what's going on, man?
We're still, it looks like waiting on body cam and dash on this one.
How old is this case?
it's not very.
It's from December, Your Honor, 29. It's,
2 months, all right.
yeah.
Cool.
Have fun.
Thanks, Judge.
See you again. I am here on an off docket matter as well. We've already discussed it. It's 254. Can you give me the rest of the
Oh,
case
yeah.
number?
254-8632.
Quiet.
Oh, Quinn?
Yes, this is an active case. I want to bring him in on Monday. It's the only day that he has off, that the court is open.
Whenever you want.
And
Just understand there's an open warrant. You get picked up, you get picked up. So you take that risk the longer you take.
Whereas I just want to know, if I need to bring a bunch, do you do walkthroughs, or if he'll get, he doesn't have any priors? So I don't know if he'll be a PR person, or if we need to
You
bring
have an
someone in here.
Addition to a PR bond? I mean, I'd have to run, there's, you know.
And this is a DVD case, so we'd have to ask
Yeah,
Sebastian.
no worries. Thank you, Mitch. Okay.
But I mean, more than likely, you know. Come on.
What day do you want to bring them in? My name Judge. Oh,
Hi.
I know, PSR.
Please. Who? King.
And I know they came to get him, so I don't know if he's still.
Is Amy still here?
Like I said, I know that he's able to got him, but I don't know if he's.
You have Dave's number? Let's I'm not gonna do anything yet. Reach out to him to see if Louisiana has him. Did they pick him up?
I know.
What? You don't have contact with him?
No, I have an actually Louisiana address, so like I said, I don't know if he's not here because he's still in custody there or what.
So that's why. Reach out today to see if he's still in custody. And then if you give me, when the line dies down, I can also try to reach out too. So give me 5. Let me get them. Tony. Yeah, hey.
I have a Clarissa Leon mortgage.
Okay.
We're applying for PTI. We need to get her letter of apology. Everything else is done. I know.
So it's 180 days. I'll give you a couple weeks. You gotta be here with the packet done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 180 days. So, I mean, it should have been done already. It's not done. Now I gotta micromanage, you know what I mean? So, right, so 2 weeks, gotta be here. And then we'll do the TRAS and all that stuff, okay? Thanks, Tony. Ready? 2 weeks must appear.
I'm back again for Mr. Herrera. We ended up resolving the case this morning through a plea. We went over, I got the contract.
It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But you sure this is what you want to do? Okay. Jesse Herrera, come up. It's a big change. I mean, they're in the driver's seat. That's what they want to do. Good morning, Mr. Herrera. So it looks like you guys were going to work out a PTI, but now you just want to plead guilty. Are you sure? You have to understand that this is a lifetime decision. So don't take it lightly, because once you do this, there's just no turning back. You can't come back next week and it's like Target where you want to return it. You know, there's no buyer's remorse here. Yeah, okay. You know, if you were 18, it'd be something else, but you're older than 18, so you understand that actions have consequences, right? All right, you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged right in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, it's done, it's over forever. You can never appeal this. Do you understand? How do you plead to the elements of driving while intoxicated? Guilty. I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 6 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. You also need to understand one more thing. What we're doing today, from now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. The other thing that you need to understand, if you ever get pulled over again, an officer is going to look up your record. If they come to your car and they smell alcohol or dope, they'll see a prior D.W.I. What do you think is going to happen? Right. So if I were you, even if you have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because it's huge risk. The other thing is that there's a surcharge of around $3,000 that they put on you. On a second, it's $6,000. Everyone makes mistakes. But if you continue to make mistakes that you endanger other people's lives, I'm really going to stick it to you. And it's going to be monetarily and with custody. You get it? I'm going to waive your fees now, but you come back here with the D.W.I. Get ready. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, guys. Good luck.
All right.
Mr. Herrera?
Oh, I have to suspend your license. I have to suspend it. I'm going to do it for the minimum, which is 90 days. Don't drive until you get a license, okay?
Even though it's already been suspended for 90 days?
I have to, yeah.
On top of that?
Does he have an ALR suspension?
There was an issue with the ALR hearing and he never had a letter come through, long story short.
Did it get suspended through the ALR?
Suspended through the ALR.
Okay, I can credit you for that, for the suspension, but you're gonna have to get them the dates so that they can, yeah, okay? Okay, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Herman.
Jason, good news on both. Mr. Luis Sanchez de Armas has been your timeout, but the state's dismissing his case.
Okay, have they filed a nollie?
I think Mr. Avila was in the
You're
process.
dismissing Sanchez?
Yes, Judge, both of our months.
And Mr. Villegas as well.
Both of them are dismissed?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Cool. I just wanted.
Yeah. So I'll sign them and then they're free to go. Let them know.
Can I bring them out and tell them what's happened?
Judge, for Sanchez de Armas, would you please sign the bond violation as continued supervision or another but dismissed?
Miss me.
Morning, Judge.
Hi, good morning.
I received a new case this morning, Edward Dominguez. He's in custody, Judge.
Okay.
We waive a bail hearing. He's got 2 GOB bonds, but he's got an immigration hold, Your Honor.
Oh, no. Does that mean that they're taking him? Because usually when they get a GOB, they ended up. No, they didn't give him a GOB.
These are old cases.
Yeah.
But I just want to familiarize myself with them. I can get a short reset, Your Honor?
So,
Okay.
yeah, whatever you want, however long you want, it's up to you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hey, morning, Your Honor.
it's been a while.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
All right, Peter DeLeaf sent me down here.
Peter DeLeaf.
You know Peter.
Of course.
He knows you.
Who doesn't know?
And your mother. The case is Cruz Chacon. It was an accident where they took him to the hospital and left him.
Yes.
And sometime later, they got,
We have that they've been working on mitigation since November.
yeah, we submitted that in January, no word back. We got,
Alex, what's the word?
So the last note we have about that is on January 29th, where Ashley Guy said she received the mitigation packet and PTI application, and then that there was gonna be a reset, but there's no further word as far as approval.
Okay, so can you reach out to them and figure out what's going on?
I'll reach
It's
out.
210 days
I'll
old.
send an email right now, just.
I'm set up for a week. I'll waive the appearance so he doesn't have to be here. So hopefully we can get an answer between now and the following week. Yeah.
Is he here today? I don't even know.
Did Cruz, Deputy Miranda, did Cruz Chacon, page 4, did he check in? Page 4. Yeah, he did? Okay, he's here.
I just forgot.
It's okay, so we'll just have him sign a reset and I'll waive it for the next time so he doesn't have to waste his time coming. And then hopefully we can have an answer by then. Yeah, 1 week.
All right, okay.
And then if there's no answer by then, I'll email them to figure out what's going on. Okay? Okay, thanks. Got it.
Hi, Judge.
Hi.
I'm just here to check to see if you wanted to do the thing.
So what time is it at? Because,
They're gonna be there from 11:45 to 1. No, so, 11:45 to 1. Which I would be honored to buy you a pretty good Indian food down the street. If you want it.
no, I'd like to do it.
Okay.
I have another engagement that I'm speaking at the same day, earlier in the morning. No, but it just so happens that I haven't in a long time. It just so happens that 2 popped in one day. So, that one is earlier. So it's like 10, it's a brunch, 10:30 to 12.
Okay.
And I've asked her to call me to see what time they wanted to do it. And then I can just do that and then run to you
Yeah.
and hang out with you guys. Do I have to wear a robe?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
You know, to tell you the truth, I'm got wrangled into this, so I don't entirely know. I think it's 1 hour, a little bit, it's gonna be a tour of the municipal courthouse, but I'll do obviously before you get there. And then I think the mechanics of how courts work and kind of attitudes and
Okay,
ideas and concepts.
so it's at the Humble Municipal Courthouse?
Humble Municipal
Oh,
Courthouse,
shit, that's so far.
59 and 1960.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where's your others?
I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, you could say no, Judge, it's not.
No, I don't mind, but it's just, it's the honoring Black History brunch. Where is it? It's 5701 Washington Avenue. So it's downtown, so probably like 20 minutes. Yeah. This one's 10 to 1:30, so I don't know what time they want me to do it. I'll ask them to let me speak earlier so I can help you guys as well, and then I'll let you know.
All right, thank you.
So as soon, I'm waiting for her to call me, and then when she calls me, I'll reach out to you and I'll
I
let
was
you know.
gonna say bring the kids because there's Chuck E. Cheese down the street, but.
No, they got other stuff that they're doing. Yeah. Thanks, Nathan.
But that's what, let me know if you can or can't.
Okay, 100%.
Dora. You wanna talk to?
Morning, Your Honor, can I approach?
Yeah.
Of course.
I am
Look
approaching.
at you with your,
It's been a week. I like the decorations. This is nice.
well, I don't even know who did it.
I like, and the stars.
Oh, nice, good job.
You like your hard stickers too?
I never go on this side. I never see it, you know?
Yeah, this is fun. I have Dora Martinez. I'm approaching because it's getting old. It was filed in August. It's a game room violation, which normally,
Usually they don't take that long. What's going on?
it's her third one. So, they're not giving me the sweetheart deal I always wanted. So
Which is, you know, I get it,
yeah.
get it.
So
But
we're missing some body cam, so.
that's unacceptable. 2
She's-
days.
She's looking for my body cam and, she's gonna eval for me, see if she can.
Yes, Judge. It's gonna eval, but for now, there's a 6-month deferred offer on it, but eval is gonna
No,
be done
but-
and the body cam is gonna
So you
be.
can't go forward with that.
Yes, Judge, and we understand. That's why we put the request that we're getting the body cam.
No. Subpoena the officer. He's got to be here 10 days with body cam in hand, or else I'll have to show cause.
Yes, Judge.
200 days, there's no body cam, unacceptable.
Yes, Judge.
So we'll have a discovery hearing in 10 days to see whether they're going to provide it. If not, then go without it.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good day.
You too. Sorry, but it's 200, no body cam.
Yeah. We'll sign it just a minute. Oh, Judge, we do have an arraignment. Top of page 10. He's been here with his.
DeAndre Heath, come up, sir. Morning, sir. Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Shh. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 5th, 2025, the officer responded to a suspicious person with a weapon on 5900 Gulf Freeway. The officer made contact with the defendant, who was 17 years old. The defendant advised he was inside Jack in a Box while brothers were selling waters outside. The defendant saw a male rushing at his brothers with a knife, pulled out his gun, and pointed it at the male while telling his brothers to run. The officer performed a search on the defendant, locating a 9mm Glock 19, and the defendant advised he bought the gun from a friend for $150.
I mean,
Yes, Judge. In this case, the officer was going off the fact that He performed the search because he indicated there was a firearm, so
He's going to the defense of others.
yes, Judge.
It's another person.
And it's just the way
Yeah.
this is pled is because he's underage, he's below the age of 21. That's the way it's pled, Your Honor.
You hear this?
Hold on, I'm gonna go yell at somebody, hold on.
Don't know what's going on.
Hi, Judge, is this young man charged with unlawful carrying of possession for being under 21?
Correct.
Hold on, I've got a kid. Here's the GPS
But I'm
memo.
more concerned about the defense of others. Did you hear it? I mean,
No, hold on.
hold on a second.
Here's GPS.
Let me give you a lawyer, Mr.
Yeah. Oh, I volunteer representation. Yeah,
Give me a record, can you fill that out? please?
I will do that. But here's a GPS memo saying that it's
Hold on a second.
unconstitutional.
You know, represent the gentleman?
Oh, hell yes. Here's the Fifth Circuit saying that it's unconstitutional. Here is the United States District Court, Northern District, saying it's unconstitutional. Here's a motion to quash information. I'll just cross out the name.
Great job.
Yeah, I had to get in this fight yesterday and I'm teed up.
Here you go, Mr. Tito.
Thank you.
Judge.
I was
is there
gonna,
PC?
yeah, look, you gotta be very careful, you know, God forbid something happens where you really dig yourself a hole. I'm gonna find no probable cause, but really, you have to be very careful. You know, sometimes you make a decision in life and it can really have consequences, all right? You know what that means, right? Are you in school? It all starts with school, man. You gotta get back into school. This is not a good way to go through life at 17. The more schooling you have, the more money you're gonna make. And knowledge is power, my friend. Do it. Make something. Make me proud. Please. It's gonna get dismissed. Be careful, friend.
Yeah, literally have all that on because I have a case in another court.
I was gonna find no PC anyways. So.
Oh, you want me to do that?
Good morning, Judge. We are here on Black from yesterday
And
and Hernandez. Hernandez, you had given a bond to him for $25,000. The family has not been able to post it for whatever reasons, but he needs to sign the waiver.
Okay.
And then Mr. Black, you rolled from yesterday to see what he was actually wanted for.
Something like that.
So we're talking about Black now?
Yes, Charles Black. So it was a Kansas failure to appear. It was for driving while suspended and speeding maximum speed. They're not going to do a detainer, but it's Kansas only.
I know that, I mean, I get it. What do you think?
Because he has indicated to me that he is in cancer treatments at the not MD Anderson Memorial Hermann, and that he has a family. I asked him because there was an issue about his license, but his mother is willing to drive him back to the state of Georgia to handle these. If you could just admonish him, if the court is inclined to set him a bond, that
I
he's
am,
back
I am.
in 14 days.
I'm okay to send him a bond. I'm not, I mean, it's not egregious and they're theft cases, so
Your Honor, I do want to say Dave is still opposed to a bond, and if you granted
I
a bond,
understand,
anything.
but they're not gonna,
He'd be opposed to anything less than 5 figures. He did want to make a point that he was still charged with intent to deliver twice less than 10 years ago, which was a first degree 5 to life charge. One of which was a deferred that was revoked for a new
that's 10 years ago.
PCS charge. Let me check the date.
Oh, well, it looks like in 21, he had a PCS with intent. Guys, Deputy Miranda, do you mind bringing up Mr. Charles Black, please?
Did they say that in the file that this is?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah. I would think the same as what I do. I think the judge wouldn't do.
I think that 5 figures is a little excessive. For sure. Consider that they're theft cases, the other one's a suspended license case, and they're not gonna extradite them on the suspended license, right? Because that costs like, every time they extradite someone, it's like $3,500 to $5,000.
I didn't know it was that much.
You know that some jurisdictions also make them pay for the extradition cost. Yeah. So,
Dollars they get on
No.
the bus.
no,
And they-
it's thousands of dollars to extradite someone, and they tack them, they make them pay. Good morning, Melissa Black. How's jail? The thing is that this is going to continue to happen until you resolve those cases out of state. You have an open case in Tennessee, right?
Georgia.
I know Georgia, but you also got one in Tennessee, in that
Kansas.
Kansas. Both of those cases will haunt you until the day you die unless you go back and handle those cases. However, it may be all of just hiring a lawyer and reaching out to the courts in Kansas because it's a suspended license case. But it's always going to trail you until you go take care of it. Your lawyer's asking me to set you a bond, and I'm going to, but I have to make it sufficiently high that you realize that we mean business, that you have to go back to Georgia to take care of that case. Do you understand? You also need to understand that I don't play games. If I set you a bond, I'm only going to give you one. I'm not going to do this again. So if you bond out and you fail to go back to Georgia, I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. I'm going to set the bond at 0. And if you don't go back, I set it at 0. I'm going to get you back. And this time I will hold you until Georgia comes and gets you. Do you understand? You have one chance to make this right. So what's the bond amount?
I would ask for $500.
Judge Fleischer, we're asking for a high bond or no bond, 5 figures. That's what Day is requesting.
What kind of bond can you make?
Actually going through cancer treatment right now, so that's the reason I really need to get out something from my treatment.
I don't know that. How do I know that? How do I know you're not just saying that? Regardless, you have to go back to Georgia. So
I didn't know I had this over my head, so.
what kind of bond can you make?
I'm gonna be able to pay something.
I'm good at 1,000. If you want 1,000, I'll give it to you. But I'm not gonna play this game, Mr. Black. So this is an extremely low bond. If you don't go back, it's really not gonna end up well for you, especially if you have if you're undergoing treatment for cancer, because understand that if you don't go back and take care of that business and I have to issue a warrant for your arrest and we get you back, you're probably gonna be sitting months in there waiting for Georgia to come get you. You understand? Okay. I'm set about $1,000.
Thank you, Judge. And did you tell?
Yeah, you have 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself into Georgia. Don't go on a plane because they're gonna arrest you. You gotta find another way to get up to Georgia and you have to go turn yourself in. Do you understand? If you don't do that within the 2 weeks, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Council for recess.
Okay, Mr. Black, good luck. All right, so 1,000. Okay?
Mr. John, you just want him to sign it, Mr. Hernandez? And then that's it for me, Judge.
Thank you, Judge Fleischer.
Are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Hi,
Dustin Eli, I just wanted to see what you want to do.
how's Miss Shayla?
He honestly looks so good when he's clean.
Right, doesn't he?
Seems just struggling. I've seen his best and worst.
Do you mind getting Mr. Eli, please?
I'm not sure what we're doing on it, actually.
I know. I don't want to tell him that he looks good while he's
Looks
sick.
good, yeah, it's good. He's friendly and fun.
I've been looking at all the felony. It looks like they're waiting on literally everything, even a report.
Okay, I'll let the, board go. Thank you.
Oh, he also might ask you for a bond if that
Good morning, Mr. Eli. How are you? You look great. You know, when you're clean, you know, you look great. You coherent. The unfortunate thing is that we got to keep you here for that to happen. So you said right now in the felony court that there's nothing, right?
No, I'm gonna check last night, they're looking for, they're waiting on ribs, meds, warrant, blood.
Looks like they just got a lab report yesterday, so they're still getting evidence as of now.
What was? Let me see. Yeah, I don't have that, but. And I think that it's gonna take a while to play out, Shreya.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to hold as well, because I'd like to see what's gonna happen, because I'm not giving up on you. You know, I'm gonna see where this plays out, and I'd like you to go into treatment as well. I think that's the appropriate thing that is needed in us. And I don't know what it's gonna take to get your attention, but hopefully we can somehow before something catastrophic happens, where you end up with a very lengthy prison sentence. So, Shreya, let's just track it. So you're set for the 10th of March. We'll set you for the day after and we'll see what happens.
Judgment after it's.
Of course. Absolutely. All right, Ms. Eli, we'll see you soon.
Yes, Judge.
Thanks, Shreya.
Hey, I was thinking, what's the You've never heard of this?
No, I think I'm not gonna answer that.
Hey, Amy, there's a bond set on Hernandez.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
We gave a bond to, what? I gave a bond to this person? What's up?
Marlo King.
So sorry for what it's worth.
It's.
Hi. Oh, right.
So we just missed each other. He's here.
Do you know what's happening? Oh, you're doing a plea? Oh, okay, great. Got it. Okay. I'm glad that we don't have to. Wonderful. Okay, so just let me know when you're ready and, oh, you ready now? Okay, Marlon King. Good job. I don't know if I like the result, but how old are you? Are you sure you want to do this? Because the problem is that, you know, when you plead guilty, you know, life is hard enough as it is. And when you continue to rack up convictions, all you're doing is you're hosing yourself. It's really hard to get a job. When you start getting all these convictions, you're just making it so much more difficult, man. You know? I don't remember what he had in Louisiana, but I hope that's resolved. Okay. Just straighten up, fly right, If you're hanging out with bad people, don't. Because they're just gonna bring you down. What you're doing now is you're pleading guilty to this offense. It's going to go on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. This is an enhanceable offense, meaning that if you ever run from the cops again, you will be charged with a felony offense. You're looking at years instead of days. You understand? So no deferred, anything like that?
Yes, Judge, the only offer is the jail offer.
Okay, so Mr. King, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 22 days in jail with credit for the 22 days that you've done. By pleading guilty to this offense, it's going on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. So you give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So it's final today and forever. You want to do this? How do you plead to the offense, sir? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I'm going to sentence you to it. Good luck to you, sir. And I'll roll the court costs. Okay. Hi.
I've got Raymond Henderson on the docket today. We've come to a plea agreement that would get him to time served, but it's some out of county time. So I just wanted to confirm with the court that you'd be willing to accept that. He's got 17 days in Love County when he got picked up on the warrant and then picked
So
up here.
was there a hold place here so that it's a legitimate, do you know? What was that? Fugitive warrants is 60-60, right? Isn't that right? Is that right? Do I do 5-60-60 or 9?
Is it punctually?
Yes, can I give you a cost number? This is Judge Fleischer in Court 5. I need you to check when a hold was placed. Please. It's 252-6561. Yes, ma'am.
From Love County.
So you said 10.
Yeah.
Okay, and when, do you know when it was released? Got it. Okay, wonderful. Thanks. Bye. So it looked like the hold was placed 10/13/24, and it was brought back here on the 30th. So that would be. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I count 18. Because you count the day the hold was placed. I have 18 days.
Yes, and then he's got 2 days here in Harris County, which, if you'll accept the credit.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Yes, ma'am. Are you ready?
Something quick, John.
Sure.
Mr. Williams, Timon Williams, he has the felony D.W.I. third on the 19th. I was trying to get a setting afterwards, but the 20th is the 180th day. I was trying to see if I can get.
I'm okay with it.
Over.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Are y'all close to resolving upstairs?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm about to go there and kind of talk to him right now.
Okay.
If he needs us.
Good luck.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
Sure.
Okay, give me 1 second.
1 second.
Right now,
There's nothing for you out there. Let me express my extreme disappointment that you've now picked up a fourth case. Cannot tell you how disappointed I am. With us in October, a terroristic threat. 2 weeks later, another terroristic threat. 2 months later, a reckless driving. And now you've picked up a felony evading in a motor vehicle. Can you tell me what happened in the latest case, please?
The evading, Your Honor?
Please.
Yes, Judge. So in the evading, it was on February 7th, 2025, and the officers observed a vehicle driving recklessly on Mason Road and initiated a traffic stop. The vehicle proceeded to drive at a faster rate of speed and changed lanes when unsafe through moderate traffic, endangering other drivers. The vehicle evaded for approximately half a mile and ultimately entered a parking lot and parked the vehicle behind a restaurant on Mason Road. And at that point, the black male wearing a bright orange shirt exited the vehicle to the driver's door and ran through a large tree bush and evaded on foot. And it looks like he continued to evade and he was approached as he ran on foot, moving across all lanes of traffic, ultimately coming to a stop due to him slipping and falling. So after evading for half a mile, he just ran on foot, Your Honor.
Judge, I know that that's not our case down here. My assumption, this is a broad assumption, is that perhaps given Mr. Jenkins's recent run-ins with the law, maybe those cops are familiar with him in that area. I don't know, it didn't articulate how he drove recklessly for the initial stop, but I think Mr. Jenkins maybe has some, I think he expressed to me that he thinks he's being treated unfairly.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was doing this out of his own safety.
You now have a fourth open case. You know, sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because they are their own worst enemy. I think that you're a danger to the public. You refuse to comply with bond conditions. You have a reckless driving with us. You were ordered not to drive recklessly, and now you've picked up an evading in a motor vehicle. I don't know what to tell you, but Mr. Jenkins, I'm now going to revoke your bond on all the cases, and I'm going to set them high because you are a danger to my public. And I've told you over and over and over and over, if you endanger my public, there's only one thing I'm going to do. So now I'm going to set each of your bonds at 10,004. I am now taking away your privilege to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive, Mr. Jenkins. And I'm going to tell you that if I find, because I don't know if you're going to bond out, you know, your now bonds are going to set up at about $40,000. So if you do bond out, you're going to be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you drive, and I'm also going to put a weapon on here, if I find that you're in possession of a weapon, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also going to order you to have a curfew of 7 PM to 7 AM.
I'm still living in my home.
We have resources here. We have all kinds of things to give to people, cell phones, tablets, places to live, food to eat. All you have to do is ask, and we can give you things. But now you've repeatedly shown me that you're going to do whatever you want to do. To hell with any conditions that a judge puts on you. That's what you have effectively told me by picking up a fourth case and a felony case at that. So what you tell me now goes in one ear, goes out the other ear. I just can't.
No, it's on the road for the moment.
The unfortunate part is that these felony cases take a very long time to resolve. And I guess we'll track it. It looks like the felony is set for March 20th. If you want the next day, I'm happy to do it.
Well,
Whatever you would like to do.
See what's the chance of going, I don't want to put them in custody. There's some resolutions in there. I think one of them was against the brother. The other one was waiting on some surveillance that may have come in already.
Okay, well, take your time, whatever you want. But as it stands now, you're too dangerous for me, Mr. Jenkins. You scare me. So, all right, we'll have you come up short to us and we'll talk to you soon.
Judge, for the conditions, you said a GPS prior to 7 to 7 curfew, no driving, no firearms, weapons, ammunition.
No contact with any of the complaining witnesses on the terroristic threat cases, please.
Do you like that exclusion zone as well?
Yes. Okay, are you ready? Sorry, Mr. Brooker.
Judge, how you doing?
Good morning.
I gotta give you an off docket, Judge, from a case from yesterday. And it's, Ms. Garza Natalie, 2407916. So yesterday, Ms. Garza was here. I was not. I was in the pretrial conference.
She never checked in.
She did, Judge, because I came down here around a little after 12 and she was standing right outside the door waiting.
She checked in, Ramona? I don't remember.
Yes, Judge. Remember I told you she did check in, but we checked.
She left.
Called her name, and then the bailiff also walked outside after Docket was, right before Docket was over, and she was nowhere to be found. She did check in.
I don't know exactly what time Docket ended. I know when I got down here, which was a little after 12-ish, because I was in pretrial conferences, supposed to be picking the day and all of that. That's why I wasn't here, but she was here. And in fact, met me in the hallway right outside. And I said, well, the door's locked. I'll call you and let you know what we need to do next. And so I did receive the email from Ms. Ramona, I think last night or yesterday afternoon, that her bond was revoked. And so I had her come back here today and asking for you to reinstate her. It was not her fault at all. If anything, it was on me.
Okay.
Further, the case itself, she's been coming back to court waiting on restitution amounts from the state who have reached out to the complaining witnesses about their case, but they're not able to get in contact. So her recess are just coming back to court to get restitution amounts.
Do you have a restitution amount?
They tried today.
Let's move on. If if they don't want it, then they don't want it. I mean, we have to put a time limit when someone, if they don't want to be reached, they're just not going to be reached. So you don't have it. Let's move on. Are you prepared to put an offer on the case today?
Yes, we'll put an offer on the case today. I'll have to talk to Chief first if it's going to be some form of PTI.
Sure. Okay, so if you guys don't mind doing that, let's see what we can work out today. I'm going to reinstate it. Before we start resetting it anymore, though, I want to see what we can reach out today.
I'm here, Judge. We'll not leave until we get the offer from the state.
Okay.
Thank you, and thank you, state.
Yeah.
Judge, I'm gonna ask her to just step out of the jury box if that's okay. Ms. Garza, thank you.
Hey, Ricardo, you ready?
Yes, but we have the full Mr. Sergio Samuel.
Okay. It's on docket today, right?
Yes, Judge.
Oh.
Mr. Samuel, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that by doing this today, this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, if you pick up any more cases, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. No more slaps, the proverbial slaps on the wrist. It will go on your record. So if you were pulled over in a car and an officer comes up to you, they smell alcohol, and they see that you have a prior D.W.I, it's probably not going to go well for you. And if you're not in this country with permission and you do any kind of jail time, get ready, because immigration will probably put a detainer on you. Do you understand?
Yes.
What I'm trying to tell you is that even if you have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. D.W.I is big business. There is a $3,500 surcharge that normally applies with this type of case that you would be required to pay. We all make mistakes, but the idea is that you don't continue to make decisions that endanger other people. A second D.W.I is a $6,000 surcharge. If you pick up a second D.W.I, get ready, because you'll probably get took. Do you understand? I will waive it for you now. But if you don't make any right decisions in the future, get ready. Did you say guilty? I didn't plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty.
Guilty.
I will send you to the agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
How long's the drive film inspection?
90 days.
Sorry, guys, didn't have my coffee this morning.
Me too. I forgot it in the car. Jillian.
Yes.
Hi, good morning.
I have a couple on docket today. First up is Ms. April Martinez.
Okay.
We are requesting just a little more time on Ms. Martinez. She is doing her TRAS today. We have filled out the D.W.I application. We plan to be done with everything, assuming she has the funds in just maybe 3 weeks.
Do you want to apply to have the waived?
As far as I don't think the interlock is kind of the.
Yeah, interlock you can't, but it's the $300 fee you may be able to get waived.
We can look into that, yeah. We can do the affidavit and see.
Have it here so we can give you a copy. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but get it done now because it takes them a while to start looking into it. So we'll set you off a couple weeks on that. Okay.
And then Ms. Taylor, Adrena Taylor.
Okay. Tell me.
So Ms. Taylor is, I originally was going to take this one up the chain, but there was a change in leadership in the courtroom, and I believe that our current chief is very capable of evaluating this herself. If she can just have a moment to look at the video and confirm the arguments that I've made.
You want to roll to like Monday? Give her more time?
We can do, well, Tuesday. If Tuesday is possible.
Something happening on Monday? There's a lot of people taking off.
I mean, I just try not to be in court every single day, so I can get.
Okay, no, I'm okay with Tuesday.
I believe there's a school holiday on Monday.
So, but can you put eval so that?
We have, Your
So
Honor.
Deanna can watch the video?
Yes, Judge, we have it.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, she's getting flanked left and right, so that's why it's.
Hey, Judge, real quick on Garza, the one that we're reinstating, how much time do you want to give her?
Well, I'm not ready to reset yet. Do you have an offer?
We just did,
What is the offer?
$500 restitution, which is the deductible.
Okay,
And a driver's safety class. She says she needs a couple of weeks to pay. Is
so
that okay?
2 weeks.
No problem.
Come up. This case is older than Jesus himself. It's not done by.
It was a long 2B though, Judge. It was a long 2B, that's why. She has her business.
2 weeks. If you don't have everything done, I will set you for trial in 2 weeks. Do you understand? Okay, all right, you got it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm here regarding Adan Corral Ortega on today's docket.
Okay.
He has an offer, and we're discussing what he wants to do. And just like a guesstimate, if he decides he wants a trial, how much time before that would be?
What's the last name?
Corral, C-O-R.
I don't see it. It's
Corral
under,
Ortega.
maybe it's under Ortega.
Happy birthday. Get it this year. Yeah.
Hey, what?
Please, Judge.
Adan Ortega. I know I said,
Corral, it's under Corral, Ortega, Your Honor.
I don't have it
Give you
under
a copy.
Corral or Ortega. How old is it?
Three cases, 29. One of which is very old.
One's from April 2021 and the other one, August 2023.
1,398 days old.
It's the same condition.
Is discovery complete on everything?
Let me double check it. I believe so. AFM, yes. And yes, Judge.
Cases, all of them are.
They're all complete. And there's an offer to plea on the AFM and dismiss the harassment cases.
Okay.
So if he decides that he wants to have a trial, how long before this could be on the calendar?
30 days.
Okay, thank
Get a
you.
30-day trial set. But I'm ready now. I mean, this is 1,400 days old and then the other cases are from August. So it's time to make a decision.
No, I understand he needs to make a decision today. I just want to be able to give it accurate information. And how
So
long he
if
wait.
he wants a trial, 30 days from today is when the trial is set.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, are you guys gonna make a decision today?
Yes, right now. Your
Got
Honor.
it. Okay, thanks. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Henderson, come up.
Yeah. I wanted someone to give this, and not that.
If the other case, is this still open upstairs as well, or is
Yes,
this?
so we're hoping to get that resolved based on this plea.
Got it. Do you have an agreement with that? They're going to do?
We have not yet been added to that case. I'm just an associate standing in for Mr. Adams, so I'm not sure what communications they've
Does
had.
Mr. Adams represent him upstairs? Do you know?
I don't think he's been signed on to that case yet, though.
All right, Mr. Henderson, you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 20 days in jail with credit for the 20 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. It's very possible that if you continue with the same course of conduct, that they can use this to enhance you. You could be potentially facing a felony offense if you continue with the same course of conduct. You understand?
Sure.
So it would be very, very careful. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, There are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off. You understand? Do you still want to do this? How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks. Please see the clerk. Hi, Judge. Hey, man. Good to see you.
You go to one of the same places that I go to. I saw you over there. My wife likes that place.
Which one?
The restaurant. Because there's a liquor store right next door.
There's a what next door?
Liquor store right next door.
Oh, Jack's. Is it Jack's? Yeah.
She loves Jack's.
I like it. My wife is, but I like it. I think it's great. Yeah, great nachos.
Well, the menu
That's good.
is
It's
really
great.
interesting.
Yeah, they have all kinds of, yeah, but I like the nachos. I mean,
I'll have to try them out.
yeah. What you got?
I got a guy on your docket today, Mr.
Top of page 13.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have an offer?
I don't think so.
Who's your client? Counsel? It's Terrell.
How do you use Terrell?
They came and gone. Robert already came and gone. No.
So it looks like there is a 30-day offer and a time served offer on here.
So, yeah, he and I just need to sit down and find out what he wants to do.
So it's 180 days. We can give you more time. We'll give you a couple weeks,
Okay.
but the next setting's got to come in so we can take care of it.
Good, fine,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Have fun, Lon.
Oh, you gotta look into that.
Okay, what's the word?
We are going to go to trial, Your Honor.
Okay,
There's 3 cases. I think the state needs a moment to decide which one.
no. We don't, if we're gonna try it, we put all 3 on the trial docket, you know?
Even if they're out of different transactions?
Sure,
Okay,
yeah, I mean, we'll go one, done,
okay.
yeah.
There could be 3, we could have 3 trials, Your Honor.
Why not?
I've given incorrect information to my client. I thought that.
No, we don't piecemeal, we like, yeah, I mean,
Could it be
it's,
3 trials? Let me explain it to my client. You know, that could greatly affect his decision.
sure, of course.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I guess we could do, you know, we go on the assault first, right?
Okay.
I mean, theoretically, we would go on the assault first, right? Once that's over,
This could have very severe immigration consequences, so we'll do.
yeah, of course.
Yes.
Mr. Butler, I don't know how much more we can take, man.
Come on, man.
I don't know how much more we can take.
Man. You didn't have a good time?
I did, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Any,
It wasn't that bad, come on.
any critiques or anything I can take away that, you know?
Everything was just, I mean, it's as good and as efficient as, right? That's what happens, you know, because the thing is that you wanted more time, but the problem is that what I've found is that when you do more, sometimes equates.
I'm not saying
to,
that you
you know?
would have done this. I'm not saying that you would have done this. But what I've also learned, like I know you know, is sometimes a judge is gonna let you go. They're not gonna tell you they're gonna let you go, maybe just a little bit, is the judge is interested and engaged and they're saying stuff that's relevant. If a lawyer gets up there and just is talking to himself, to hear himself talk and it's going off, that's it. I felt like I learned enough about the jurors to make good decisions. The only thing that kind of messed us up a little bit was when we removed that number 4 out of there.
And I'll tell you, I was surprised that you did the shuffle because I thought you had a great cross-section in the beginning with the first panel.
Section of like race or gender. It was a cross-section of my vibe being that I had 12 angry men on the front, kind of that I didn't get a good feel. And so that's why when they shuffled and they came back, I had 2 women on my jury that I was really vibing with. So that's why I did that.
Got it. Well, it's just, I thought there was a great cross-section in the beginning. That's why I was surprised that you didn't. But then it ended up it ended up being better. So it worked. Sorry. So that's why they all.
Yeah, but what is that? The one I'm talking about, that's number. Or is it just a light?
But I mean, don't worry because it doesn't matter in the end.
It's
an honor to be with you.
Did you read it?
Who's next after that?
Right above that one, on page 4. So the reset is generated as if counsel is getting hired on, but nobody's attached.
On Shirez? So let's attach home.
I'm here, but.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna attach you, right?
I filed that appearance this morning. All right.
Great, we'll attach you.
Okay. I believe we have a dismissal. We're just waiting.
Oh, they filed a dismissal?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're free to go, I'll sign it.
Okay. So just waiting.
I don't have it yet, but as soon as I get it, I'll sign
Thank you.
Yeah, are you gonna send it today? He can go today, maybe.
Today or tomorrow?
Yeah, if he wants to go today, I'll just maybe wait an hour or 2.
Alicia.
Yes, Judge. Is Alex right on contract? Yeah.
Hey, Judge, how are you? Should have a brief weekend to paperwork.
Okay. Do you have a translator?
I'm sorry?
Do we need a translator?
I think so. But we haven't done the paperwork. Don't worry.
I know, we still need to call one though, because it takes,
We're already translated for Wheeler's plea.
Okay, so we're taking care of it today or what?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Mr. Mueller, I mean, did you want to do something different? Like you want to go on the assault case and then do something different on the other cases?
She responded that is, he has one misdemeanor, and his status is for criminal valid visa, and he's married to a U.S. citizen. And with his status.
Is it not a criminal moral turpitude, the assault then?
No, it's not.
What?
It's not a C-19.
Are you sure?
Well, me and Julie Pash from.
An assault of a family member is not a criminal moral turpitude?
Still one piece of gun, C-I-N-T, adios. One misdemeanor, NFL, no.
Wow, that's crazy. Hi. Hasta mañana.
Thank you. I have a federal the law school. I'm speaking with Judge Bell too.
Awesome, have fun. Go. Okay. Mr. Rose. Seville.
Yes.
Okay.
So the last time we left court, I submitted all the letters of information to Judge Geis. I was in it, requested to get an application in on that as well. We have done that. We have not heard back. The chief has emailed it twice.
Yeah, and we're technically still under the 72-hour period between when they submit the information to when she'll make a
So
decision.
let's roll it to Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
Or do we, I guess. Monday this. Is my client, you want her here as well? I guess she could go do a TRAS then.
Right. I mean, let's do this. Let's roll it to Monday. If you get an approval between now and then she's got to be here to do the TRAS. If it's still no word, I'll waive it, and then on that day, I'll send an email.
Right, okay.
Okay, but if you get an approval between now and Monday, then she's gotta be here so we can send her for the TRAS.
Understood.
And then, yeah, okay. All right, guys.
You want to call out to sign?
Come on, translator. Yay, Blasi, you made it.
All right, go ahead and sign, please.
I wish we could get our own translator and keep it full time, you know? Good morning, Mr. Corral Ortega. You were charged with 3 cases. You were charged with 1 count of assault of a family member. You're also charged with 2 different counts of harassment. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 40 days in jail with credit for the 40 days that you have done on the assault case. And they're going to dismiss your 2 other cases. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes.
You need to understand that this is a very serious matter that you're undertaking at this time. You're pleading guilty to this assault. It will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. There is also what's called an affirmative finding of family violence. That means that if you ever pick up another case like this again, you will be charged with a 3rd-degree felony. You will be looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And it doesn't have to be a knockdown punch to the face. All it needs to be is you grab someone's arm and squeeze just so that there's a little bit of pain. And you will be looking at up to 10 years in prison. You understand? Pain is not what you think. It's what the other person perceives. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. You pick up a gun, you're looking at a Class A misdemeanor in and of itself. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life. You understand?
Yes.
You still want to do this?
¿Todavía quieres esto?
No.
¿Quieres hacer esta declaración?
Pues hacerme culpable, sí.
I want to say I'm guilty, yes.
All right,
I will find you guilty,
Culpable.
okay.
send you to the agreement. Your other 2 cases will be dismissed on motion of the state. Good luck to you, sir. Okay. Blasi, we need you for one more.
You walked outside, talk with her.
Guys, do you mind grabbing the other defense lawyer? He should be right out there. Mr. It's, Villarreal, yeah.
Hey, Church, I'm sorry, I forgot. On this withdrawal waiver for Charles Black, what is it?
1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, si puedo poner su huella derecha en el.
Mr. Cashin,
Good morning.
hey, how are you?
Can you see me or hear me? Oh, here we
I
go.
can
right
hear you,
here.
but I can't see you, but I know who you
Okay,
are.
you're gonna, all right, there I am.
There
Hey,
you are.
okay, I wasn't playing. Okay, good morning. Is it still morning? Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Okay,
Here's the deal, Mr. Cashin.
yes,
The state does not have the body worn camera. So I am now going to subpoena the officer to show up to court and tell us why he has not provided the body worn camera.
thank you, sir.
If he does not, then I'm going to have a show cause hearing as to why I shouldn't hold them in contempt. I was going to set the case for 2/27, and I'll waive your client's appearance. Are you okay with this?
Yes, sir. Let me double check the 27th.
Okay.
Your Honor. I just have,
I have, 2 items. 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 2 I have 3 cases on that day, but I can squeeze, this one.
If you
They're
want
all
the day
in Harris
before, the
County.
day after, you tell me, it's all right.
No,
Whatever you-
no, let's do the 27th. I just have a few cases that day. I can-
Okay. All right, we're good then, huh?
Yes, sir. Is my client still in the courtroom as he left?
He didn't check.
He didn't check in.
He was waiting.
He did not check in.
It's
Okay.
waived. He was waived. He wasn't supposed
Okay,
to be.
great. Okay, well, I'll be in touch with him, today, this afternoon. And the
Okay.
27th is fine, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Thank you. Good day.
You too.
I'm
All right,
signing
morning,
off.
Mr. De Leon. Mr. De Leon, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 15 days in jail with credit for the 5 days that you've done. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand that after today, this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. So what we're doing today will not happen again. Do you understand? Well, will probably not happen again. Do you understand? You give
Yes.
up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Mr. De Leon, if you ever get pulled over in a car, the first thing an officer does is they look at your record. If they come to your window and they smell alcohol or dope, and they see that you have a prior D.W.I, it's probably not going to go well for you. So if I were you, even if you've had one beer, don't get into a car. Do you understand? Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
True.
Okay, true the enhancement. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to the agreement. One more thing you need to understand is that there is a $3,500 surcharge that goes onto you because of this DWI. I will waive this for you now, but if you continue to endanger my public, a second DWI is a $6,000 surcharge, not to mention a minimum of 90 days. So you pick up another DWI, get ready because you will get it. You will get it. And if you're not in this country with permission, you go to jail and do some kind of time, you will probably get an immigration detainer. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, I am suspending your license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Viene conmigo.
Get on. Vic, anyone else? Okay, guys, we're done. Okay. That's it.